Hi everybody, Gary Sinclair. This week we've been having some remodeling done in our kitchen. Transformation is already looking pretty awesome. The last 5 years or so we've been gradually moving a well-built, very usable home into the new millennium. When we moved in, our living room, which opened to the kitchen as well, had one wall in hunter green and the one opposite that, blood red. And there were drapes and curtain rods in that same space with a 4-inch diameter. Looked like they were right out of a Monty Python movie. And to top it off, the faux something floor had large rectangles of carpet mixed in. You know, you can't have enough of those. However, I'm betting the Better Homes and Gardens never called for a photo op. Nonetheless, we're very thankful for what we believe God led us to, a home that was just what we needed and that we could share with many other people. But we're finding out remodeling doesn't come without some mess, right? As I wrote and thought through this post, I was sitting at our dining room table that was covered with everything from cereal boxes to mail to window cleaner to a Bible to peanut butter. Why? Well, remember, our kitchen is being remodeled and everything in all the cupboards and old countertops had to go. Our back bedroom could be described as my mom used to say, you know, if robbers came here, they'd turn around and leave muttering, hey, someone beat us to it. If you need a place to stay for the next couple of days, well, think twice. We'd make it work, but it could be a challenge, and you will be put to work. But you know, there's some benefits from looking at a lot of your stuff all at once. And the best one is probably that you see many, many things that, well, you just don't need anymore or didn't remember that you had. Do we still need these matches we got at that little restaurant we loved so much on our 25th wedding anniversary trip? Or hey, these little metal clip things with the holes and pointy parts on the end, we might use those, right? How long should we keep these straws in a jar? Oh, that's spaghetti. My bad. Sometimes we just have to let some things go, items that we don't need, so we can get back to enjoying the ones we do need and still enjoy. And yes, that's a lot like life. Periodically, we can benefit from a little remodeling, some cleaning out of moments, memories, and musts that are simply taking up needed space and that we keep moving or covering up for no reason. So let me suggest a few categories. They're not the only ones, but ones that we could all probably be a bit more intentional about getting rid of so that we can do some healthy, refreshing, and maybe enjoyable remodeling for the years still ahead. The first category, I think it would be to throw away some old hurts that we never said goodbye to. You know, like dated paint colors and floor styles and messy cupboards, things that could be changed. It's easier to just live with them, isn't it? And not deal with them for now. And sometimes we can't make or afford the alterations. I get that. But with life issues, often we can't afford not to change them. Those hurts and bad memories can still be controlling our thinking, which manages our actions and then results in the same old negative, paralyzing emotions. Well, how do you throw them away? Well, the overall answer is one at a time. But doing that will take a strategy, a template that you begin to use every day to kind of say goodbye, to turn away from their pull and substitute with a new you kind of action. This is where maybe some professional help, counseling, coaching, teaching could help you figure out the best tactics, thought changes you need to make, and faith support that will work for you. We're all different. So keep that in mind. But a second, related throwaway group needs to be your trophy collection. You know, most people have a bunch of these stashed away somewhere. You know, they're everything from certificates for participation, remember those, to band and choir ribbons, to sports trophies, to business awards or commendations, and of course, higher education diplomas. And no, I'm not saying you've got to throw all the physical items away, but maybe some of them. But really, throw away their part in your worth. That's the part that needs to go. Yeah, enjoy the memories and how they made you feel for a time. That's healthy and even fun to think about. But we've got to realize how much value we often place in those things and how we're probably hungry, maybe even desperate for more like them. Instead, what we can keep doing our best, working hard, finding satisfaction in using our gifts to help others. But when we throw them away, what we're doing is getting a new freedom to still just be ourselves, enjoy our special accomplishments, but we'll still matter because of how God sees us, because we're trying to be like Jesus, not anybody else. We don't have to please anybody else, but we're free to give life and our family, our church, whoever and whatever, our best. And third, you can come up with more of your own if you want. Throw away your fear of failing or letting other people down. Fear is the belief that the worst could happen at any time, and if it does, I won't know how to deal with that, or my value to others is going to plummet if people find out. But 2 Timothy 1:7 says, "For God did not give us a spirit of timidity, but a spirit of power, love, and self-discipline." Now it does say we won't face fears, but rather that they don't have the power to overcome us if we don't let them. Instead, see, God gave us options to use His power, to use His love, and to feel loved, and to make other choices through discipline, working at it all the best we can. So which hurt could you start with and throw away by saying goodbye and then choosing another response when it flares up? Maybe you could make an appointment with someone to talk that through too. Or which of your trophies could you throw away by just enjoying their memory, but putting the related object or benefit in the trash? And then what fear of failure will you possibly face today? What loving thing or self-discipline action could you take when you face that next one? Start somewhere. Do some emotional cleaning. I know I have to figure out how to get the peanut butter, glass cleaner, and a box of plastic bags off my dining room table. Good luck. God bless you. You can do it. Talk to you next time.